Hey everybody, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and today we're going to be taking a look at section 7.2. This is on consumer loans. So the first formula here, this is on page 391 that we're going to take a look at, is the formula for determining the monthly payment of an installment loan. Now, I'm not sure how much they actually use these installment loans anymore, but we get a pretty good idea how much we would actually pay on maybe a car that we bought or a truck or a boat that we bought and using this installment loan. Now, notice this is the principal, so this is the amount of the loan. I is the interest. And we're talking about simple interest here, not compound interest. I know we just got done with compound interest, but for this add-on interest method, we're going to be using simple interest. So remember the formula for that is, let me write that off to the side. So simple interest is just the principal. Simple interest is just the principal times the rate times the time. So that's PRT. And the rate is in decimal form. And then we have N, and N is going to be the total number of monthly payments. So for example, if it was 3 years, that would be 36 monthly payments, right? If it was 10 years, that would be 120 monthly payments. We just convert from the number of years to the number of monthly payments there. All right, so let's take a look. Let's say we're buying a new boat. We're buying a new boat. So we buy a new boat. How much does a boat cost now, right? A new boat, oh my goodness, freezing up here. And the boat is, I'm just going to come up with a random value here. So let's say $73,000. I mean, it is a nice boat. And the guy says, hey, you can buy this here boat. I don't know why I'm doing an accent, but pretend. You can buy this here boat for only 12.5% interest. 12.5% interest, right? And that's going to be over 4 years. Over 4 years. So 4 years, right? And you say to yourself, that sounds like a great deal. I really want this boat. Let's find out what my monthly payment's going to be. And then let's also find out how much more than this actual $73,000 that I'm going to be spending. And that's going to be your interest on this, right? All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So we have the monthly payment, and that's going to be equal to your principal, which is the amount of the loan. So that's going to be $73,000, and then plus the interest here. So let's figure that off to the side here. So the interest is going to be equal to 73,000 times our rate, which is 0.125. We just have to move that decimal place to the left in order to convert that percentage down to a decimal, times the time, which is 4 years. So this is going to be equal to, let's pull the calculator out. And let me make it a little bit bigger here, so hopefully you can see that. So 73,000 times 0.125 times 4. So that means that we're going to be paying $36,500 in interest. $36,500. That is a lot. That is a lot. So let's add that. $36,500. And then we want to do 4 years. Remember, we're converting to monthly payments, so we have to multiply that by 12. So 12 times 4 is 48. So 48. And let's see what our monthly payment here is going to be. It's going to be the interest amount plus the principal amount. Enter, and we're going to divide by that 48. So $2,281.25. So $2,281.25. So that is going to be the monthly amount that you're going to be making for this boat. You really better like this boat. Now let's see what is the total amount that we're going to be paying on this boat, and that's just your principal plus your interest. So 73,000 plus the 36,500, and so you're really spending almost $110,000 on this boat due to the interest rate here. All right, let's go ahead and move on and take a look at our next topic here. All right, and the next topic we're going to look at here is the unpaid balance method for computing the finance charge on a credit card loan. This method also uses the simple interest formula, and in order to find P, that's going to be our unpaid balance. We're going to take the previous month's balance. We're going to add any finance charge to it. Now the finance charge is your interest, but remember you're calculating a monthly interest. So you have to basically use T is equal to 1/12, because remember T is in years, so 1 month is 1/12 of a year. So that's why we're using 1/12 there. Plus any purchases made, minus any returns, minus any payments. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at an example here. And I'll use one from the book. And it says, assume that the annual interest rate on your credit card is 18% and your unpaid balance at the beginning of last month was $600. Since then, you purchased some ski boots for $130 and sent in a payment of $170. And it says, using the unpaid balance method here, what is your credit card bill this month? All right, so in order to find that P, here, we're going to use the previous month's balance, which was $600, plus any finance charges on that previous month's bill. So we're going to use the simple interest formula where I is equal to, that's your previous month's balance, times your rate, times your time. So in this case, I is equal to the previous month's balance is 600. The rate is, well, 18% is 0.18, so 0.18. Remember, you convert it to the decimal form, the percentage. And then the T, remember, for T, we're using 1/12, 1/12. So this is going to be our finance charge there. So let's go ahead and find out what that is using our calculator here. So we're going to have 600 times 0.18, times 1/12. Make sure you put that fraction in parentheses if you want to do it all at once there like this. And that's going to be a finance charge of $9. So this is going to be equal to $9. That means that last month on that $600 balance, they're charging you $9 of interest. So that's our finance charge. And it says plus any purchases made. So we purchased some ski boots there. So that's going to be plus 130. And then we're going to, that does not, my mouse is not working like I want, minus any returns. So like if we had returned, like the ski boots, we would have subtracted that out, but we didn't, so there's no returns. And then minus any payments that we made, and we made one payment of $170. All right, so we're just going to put all that in our calculator here. Let's see if I can. I don't think I can really do it without that, but that was 600 plus 9 plus, I think, 130, and then we're going to subtract out 170, minus 170. All right, so our new balance should be, I forgot it already, $569. $569. So that is your credit card bill this month. $69. And it says, what is your finance charge next month? Well, you're just going to put this 569 into this formula right there. So we can go ahead and do that. So that's going to be 569 times 0.18 times 1/12. 1 divided by 12. All right, and we get $8.54. $8.54 when we round. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, finally, we're going to take a look at the average daily balance method for computing the finance charge on a credit card loan. So this is really kind of taking your balance for a certain number of days during the month and using that to compute your finance charge. So it says, first, add the outstanding balance for your account for each day of the month. Divide the total in step 1 by the number of days in the month to find the average daily balance. And then to find the finance charge, we're going to use the simple interest formula, I is equal to PRT, where P is the average daily balance found in step 2, R is the annual interest rate, and T is the number of days in the month divided by 365. Now remember, for most months, that's going to be really, really close to 1/12. And let's just kind of see that. This is just going to be a little bit more exact than 1/12. So if I do 1 divided by 12, I'm going to get 0.0833. And if I do, let's say there's 30 days in the month, and divide that by 365, that is going to be a number that is very, very close to that. Very close to that. So even if you used 1/12 instead of the number of days over 365, you're still going to get an answer that is very, very close or very similar. But I just don't want that to freak you out there. Okay, so let's take a look at a problem from the book and see how we would go about answering that. And this is also there, so you can go over that. And I copied that again. Give me 1 second. All right, so it says, suppose that you begin the month of September, which has 30 days, with a credit card balance of $240. Assume that your card has an annual interest rate of 18% and that during September, the following adjustments are made to your account. So on September 11th, we make a payment of $60. September 18th, we charge $24 for iTunes downloads. And on September 23rd, you're going to charge $12 for gas. So the idea here is that we're going to be trying to find our average daily balance. And by doing that, we're going to take the balance of each day, and then we're going to add them all together and divide by 30 in order to find the average daily balance. But we're going to do it a little bit differently here, so hopefully you can kind of get what we're doing. But it says add the standing balance for your account for each day of the month. So how many days is our balance $240? Well, it's going to be that way from September 1st to September 10th. And that is going to be 10 days. So my first thing I'm going to do 10 times the 240. And that's going to be 2,400. So this is for the first 10 days. This is the 1st through the 10th. Now let's take a look at on the 11th through the 17th, because it's right up until this day. It's going to be $60 less than that. So this is 7 days there. You can count it up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And so that's going to be 7 times the new balance, which is going to be the $240 minus that $60 payment that we made. So that's going to be 180 there. And if you multiply those two together, I'm cheating because I'm looking at it, but that's going to be 1260. Now on the 18th, all the way up until the 22nd, one day before this, the 22nd, so that's going to be 5 days, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Our balance is going to go up by $24. So we're going to add $24 to this, and that's going to make that $204. So we're going to do 204, and then 5 times 204 is 1,020. 1,020. And then our average daily balance from the 23rd all the way till the end of the month, which is September, so it is a 30-day month. So that is 8 days. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. That's going to be 8 times, and we added another 12 to the previous balance. So that's going to be times 216, and that's going to equal $1,728. All right, so if this is really taking every daily balance for all 30 days and adding them together. It's just using multiplication to make it a little bit easier, so we don't have to say for the first 10 days we do 240 plus 240 plus 240 plus 240. That all adds up to 2,400. So if you add all those together, we're going to get $6,408. And then we're going to need to divide that by 30 in order to find the average daily balance. So that's going to be 6,408 divided by 30. And that is going to be equal to about 213.6. 213.6. Let's double check that. So 6,408 divided by 30. There you go, exactly 213.6. So this is our average daily balance right there. And now using that average daily balance, we're going to go ahead and compute the interest here. So the I is equal to, remember the P there is going to be the average daily balance. So I is equal to PRT. So that's going to be 213.6 times our rate, which is, what is our rate? 18%. So 0.18 when we convert it, times, and then the time, remember in the number of years, which this is going to be 30 days divided by 365. So times 30 divided by 365. And this is going to equal, let's put this in here. So 213.6 times 0.18 times, and open parentheses, 30 divided by 365. And we're going to get $3.16. Let me double check that. So that will be our finance charge for the October statement. $3.16. All right, everybody. I know it's a lot of tedious work, but I hope some of this made sense. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.